connect with the other person. And when you look at the other person, it actually is a very difficult thing, is it? For me, connecting with the other person is really very simple. The connection, to do the act of connection is not very difficult for me, but to bring myself to connect with the other person, it takes time. And over some time now, I have been practicing with connecting with the other person, because it has given me a lot of results, right? uh, my kind of work actually brings me to connect with people who are not much educated, and people who are very hostile, and also people have their vested interest in many things. Let's say I work in very remote places of India as well, where people have been deprived of their rights so much that they have turned hostile. Like, I should not say this, but yeah, so the resentment in people has come up because they have been deprived over centuries, in thousands of years. And especially, it should not sound like a political statement, but people in all sphere of life, and it is not only the poorest of poor, it is in our own circle also. Everywhere people are deprived of love, deprived of attention, and recognition, and all those things, that they make it difficult for the other person to be recognized or achieve anything of significance. So that is the main reason why why there is hostility, so much of hostility that we come across, uh, and it makes very difficult to connect with the other person. So Vishen Lakhiani says, and also if we can contemplate over the difficulties that we face in our day-to-day life, and for some few minutes, if we can concede that the other person is 10% of the time right, then it opens up the possibility of looking at things very differently, and mm, and from the other person's perspective also, what what we think, and the way we express ourselves, and the pattern with which we behave, all those things are because of our own experience, past experience, both positive and negative, right? And if we think over that, the same holds for the other person also, for whom we are feeling the resentment, right? And so let us uh, let us go into that person's perspective, uh, who is very very hostile for us, and so um, like say after some time, it doesn't feel like being angry with that person, if we can practice, like say the other person then appears to be a sad and deprived and exploited kind of person, uh, who actually to survive that kind of atrocity in his personal life, his own personal being has worked out a strategy to survive despite that. So everybody in this world, they like say, for for example, you and me, our kind of people, very normal and very average kind of people, we don't actually focus in on this fact that we, like say, it is a sage kind of thought process that we all have come from the same source, and we are kind of connected with each other. And if suppose we And these are the roles we have been assigned with. So we are playing our part, and while doing so, actually, we are contributing towards the learning of each other, and that is how we have been integrated into this role that we are playing. And the moment the role of that person is done, then this person transition into out of our life, right? And so that is same for us also. After some time, we don't even remember who our friends were in our schools, in our college life, and the previous job, and at some place where we have been posted beforehand, or we have been there for some time. We don't remember those people, because those people have gone from our life, our lives, because their role in teaching us something has been over. And if we don't learn our lesson, and in the process if we have escaped that learning, then again we will be presented with a similar kind of situation, similar kind of person. The names will change, but the person will be remaining the same. Like say, bringing in these aspects as well as with the connection with the other person. Like say, when we are hostile, when we are angry, it is easier to see the difference, and to keep the other person different from ourselves. So and what do we achieve as a result of that is only hostility. No, no work being done, and we become less effective. We are stressed. We are angry, and all kinds of negative emotions, and that actually reduces our productivity, right? We this is not a sermon. Somebody actually commented that this is a sermon that I have been giving to the audience every day. But these are the small things and the life aspects, like see how you will increase your circle of influence. In that, while enhancing your circle of influence, one also needs to be healthy, right? And energetic and positive the about the about life, and the possibilities that life will bring. And does it matter that we set a lofty goal, and we are not going anywhere near that goal right now? Does that matter? So despite that also, we should have a goal. And like say, if we have a goal, then we will try to reach out there, right? And suppose we go only halfway while realizing our goals, still it will be better than having no goal at all. And if it is a smaller goal which is attainable for ourselves at this point of time, then it is no goal at all. Why are we after that goal altogether? Because it is not going to serve its purpose of raising our bar. And suppose we have a very difficult kind of goal for ourselves, then the connection with people is very very, if we are very very passionate about our goals, about our dreams, then the one of the most important strategy is to connect with the other person. And if I uh, describe my experience, it takes just a second to just assume that you are no longer angry with that person. And when you are thinking about that, just stop being angry. Just stop your mind from being angry, just for a few minutes. After 2 minutes, you are free to again go go back into your anger, and again start thinking about those negative things that was giving you so much of peace. Not peace actually. While thinking negative about the other person, you are not feeling peace, but somehow it was it was satisfying your ego in some manner or other, I don't know, but that is what we all feel, right? When we are angry, I actually I don't know what happens to the mind and why we are so happy being angry with the other person and being less effective, that we actually totally stop thinking that we can be positive with the other person also. So coming back to being positive, what happens is there is a practice in Buddhism which I have come across um, uh, just recently. But before that, I have read it in Stephen Covey's Eighth Habit, Seven Habits of an Effective Person, and Eighth Habit. Somewhere, like say, in many places, he has described about having winning over the other person, and everybody actually kind of describes how to win over the other person. Not winning that person actually reduces your influence level, and winning over that person increases it. And what method you approach to win over that person is your choice. But whatever method you apply, suppose for experiment's sake, and we think that this person is very difficult to win over, then for experiment's sake, what we can do is we assume for 1 second that we are not thinking anything negative about this person, and for those 2 minutes, right? Then what happens? You start. Suppose he is a great friend. Just assume that. Tell your mind that he is a great friend. Then what you start doing is sending love for that person, giving him um, some kind of love in your mind only. Just it is a mind work, right? Do that for 2 minutes, and um, afterwards you'll feel so much of happiness that you will forget of being angry with that person. Suppose it of course doesn't go, the next day again you will feel the resentment and you will be angry again. So in my job I had been with 2 or 3 people who have been very very experienced in this organization. They have been there in this organization for quite long time, and they have been um, very hostile about anybody coming in with a bit of experience and achievement. So these people were becoming angry. So then I experiment with this whatever I am preaching here now. I actually started experimenting with that method, and I just visualized them in my mind's eye, and just I started from the result. I say that this thing they should do, like say they would increase, they would give me, they will recommend me for a promotion, they would recommend me from for a raise, like so those things I had thought in my mind, and indeed they have. And then the entire thought process, no, it becomes in a reverse manner. It actually start expressing things which were not being expressed when I was in anger. So I told them within my mind that uh, these are the positive things and this is the way we can work together, and I agree that you take a lead in all these things that I do, and you can contribute in this manner, mm, and because you know the ways of this organization, so you can also contribute in guiding me that how I should approach this particular problem, and in the ways of this organization, which also establishes your seniority, and you take the prominent role in representing uh, my work. So when you give credit for your work to the other person, what you give away is the credit only. You don't give away the skills, right? And even if the other person acquires your skill, you are the senior person, no? You have acquired the skill before the person has acquired it, so you will have more experience in that particular skill. So it is, the skills are meant to be given to the other person. This here, in this case, it is not the skill actually the other person is after. The other person is after the recognition that you are getting because of your skill, right? And so just give them that for a second. It actually doesn't give away anything. It just brings in their friendship and their mindset. Somehow very very surprising, it changes to positive because for a second. And it has, I like say, suppose somebody is those people, uh, somebody is very very angry with me. I can decide, suppose there is 5 minutes to go in a meeting with that person. Just I can say that that person should be now very calm, and he will listen to whatever I am saying, and I'll be saying rather, and that person will decide in my favor. These three things we can do, everybody can do, and just you'll be surprised with the result that it will have. I say, don't have any apprehension in your heart. So the mistake one does is, uh, one gets apprehension. Apprehension means it is about attachment of the of whatever you are wishing. Just your mindset to experiment and your mindset to especially have that result. Both are two different things, and we can deal with that in another video. But these are two very different things, and just for experiment's sake, accept accept whatever is going to happen. But if you decide this beforehand, that these are the things you want, and just look at this entire meeting that you are having in a very detached manner, you will be surprised that actually the things are happening in whatever way you have wished. And in that process, because the other person has acted positively, your resentment level also will go down. So ultimately it will take you in a positive direction, right? And um, as I said, this is the these are the techniques I teach in my course of performance optimization. And please please like and share my video, and and also comment in a positive manner so that I can improve. And also comment about what all you need, where all you are stuck up, and how can I give you the positive some practical tips to you, right? So please do that. And also go through my course, um, which is given in the link prior to this video, along with this video. Or even if it is not there, just like and share this video. And my course is there at leadingwithsangeeta.school.inventor.com. Okay? leadingwithsangeeta.school.inventor.com. That is where my course is. And mm, we keep on improving on that course, because the practical whatever practicality issues that you are facing right now, it is not only mindset, but it is skill issues also. It is some resolving something also, that also we can take care, mm, with this course. So those are the things we are going to include. But 90% of our problems are mindset issues. Once mindset is okay, then other issues are no issues. Those are those are learnable issues. You know? Mindset is the only thing which requires practice, because we are there with this mindset since long, since our childhood, and it will take time. The other things won't take time, although we can deal with that also. In our one-to-one classes, we can deal with those things also, and it surprisingly, you will be surprised to know that all those things requires a little bit of intelligence, out of box thinking. And yeah, so that's it. And thank you for watching. Thank you.